What is up, everybody? We are back with some more Pokemon Legends ZA ranked Wi-Fi battles. Got a really cool team around the latest addition for a new Mega to one of the starters in the game, which is Mega Delphox. The addition of this Mega Stone was actually introduced into the game, and you can actually get this with the addition of Season 2 of Ranked. So, haven't really used this thing that much, and I kind of wanted to really build a team around it because overall has really good stat spread, really high speed stat, and a really good special attack stat, and overall really solid move pool in this game. I think it's kind of underrated mod currently, and pairs well with some really good stuff. And it's also pretty good into the meta type stuff that you'll be seeing in a lot of your matches. So I kind of threw it onto this team, and we made a team around it. I actually had a shiny one. Somebody traded me a shiny one, so that's kind of what I'm rolling with. There's actually the Mega Delphox, and I'm gonna kind of run through this team, and then we're gonna hop at some games. So if you guys like these type videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Really helps out the channel. If you guys missed some of my past videos, I recently did a team around Mega Mawile and a few other ones like the Elemental Monkeys, Mega Greninja, and some other type stuff. So if you guys missed those, go check them out. They're live on the channel right now. I also might throw a timestamp depending on how this intro goes on screen somewhere through this if you guys want to skip to the matches and to the battles. But I'm gonna break this team down. We're gonna hop in some games. I'm just running max on this thing, just timid nature, max special attack, max speed, just for like the really fast cooldowns on this thing. And I also plan on transferring this over probably when Pokemon Bank does get released in February, so I don't really want to put max HP on this thing if I not gonna really use it in like any other game. So when we do get Pokemon Champions or whenever that may be, I'll be transferring this thing out of this game and probably using it then. So it's also kind of another reason why I'm running max speed over HP. But overall, I haven't really seen much downside to running max speed so far when I've been testing this team. So it's kind of what I'm running. Just running also the double status move on this, I guess technically setup move with the Nasty Plot, and you also have Light Screen on this. Light Screen just makes this team a lot more bulky and also allows the Gyarados to live Thunderbolts from a few certain things, which is kind of clutch. It also allows you to take a lot less damage. So got the Heat Wave, which is just a really good fire move, and then you got the Psychic on this thing just for really solid amounts of damage. Really straightforward mon. This shit's damage. It does have a lot of pretty solid matchups into some of the really high play rate stuff. Next on this team, we got the Gyarados, just running the max HP, max attack, adamant nature on this thing with the Quick Claw. Overall, what this thing's meant to do is kind of be like a pivot for the Delphox. And I went with the Fire Water on this team, and then I was going to go with the Grass, but if I'm being real with you guys, there's barely any good grass types in this game unless you go like with like Mega Meganium or like one or two other things. There's a lot of really shitty or like mid as fuck grass types in this game that just aren't really worth using. So I'd rather just go for something that deals with Xerneas, which I'll talk about next. But the original plan with the team was to go like a Fire Water Grass with like Gyarados, Delphox, and like a grass type, but there really is no good grass types in this game, unfortunately. At least worth running that are actually good with this type of team. So, just running the Earthquake, the Ice Fang's there for stuff like Garchomp and some of the other flying types, Dragonite, Salamence, whatever it may be, Stab, Waterfall, Stab, Bounce, and then I got the Earthquake there for coverage for stuff like Gyarados and Excadrill and some other stuff that's weak to ground, also the electric types. So, and last but not least on this team, Scissor's actually kind of seen a resurgence, just mainly because Xerneas is so popular. And it's actually one of the better steel types that are in the game. I actually think normal Scissor is better than Mega Scissor, and you're seeing a lot more regular Scissor being used over the Mega variant of this mon. I'm just running Life Orb on this thing, just max HP, max attack, adamant nature. It's a really simple build. Originally, we actually used this team on stream. We actually had I kind of tested this team on stream for about an hour or two this past week. And I originally had Bullet Punch on this thing, but I actually switched it for Brick Break. And it also allows you to hit stuff like Excadrill and a few other things for like neutral or super effective damage, which is also really clutch. And screen stacking is also just really common with Xerneas teams. So being able to just use Brick Break and then break through like Light Screen and Reflect is just really good and allows you to do so much more damage. Lunge is there as more like as a gap closer, and also lowers the opponent's attack for a short time, which is really nice. And I got Swords Dance there just to boost your damage. So pretty straightforward mon, just mainly as something like as to check like Xerneas, a lot of the fairies, and like some of the other grass types and a few other things this team doesn't really care to go against. So not really too much crazy out of the ordinary with this thing. Life Orb to boost damage. Like I said, I think regular there's a lot more viable right now over using a Mega on this thing, so seems to be doing pretty good. Apart from that, that's his entire team. If you guys want to use this team and build it yourself, that's kind of what it really is. Been doing pretty good with this team. A lot of the games I've been having, though, it kind of depends on the matchups. There are some stuff that this team doesn't really care for. A few of the things, at least, that we found out that this team does not like is Tyranitar. Either regular or Mega Tyranitar, this team does not like. And then there's a few other things like Chandelure, this team does not really like. Because mainly your main thing to switch in Chandelure is Gyarados, which gets 2-hit KO'd by Shadow Ball. So you do not like a Mega Chandelure, even though you have like an offensive check to it in the Gyarados. It still gets 2-hit KO'd. So gotta look out for that. And there's a few other things this team doesn't really care for either. Skarmory is kind of another one. Like if they can play around the Delphox really well, Mega Skarmory is also another one that this team doesn't really care for. Mega Greninja, this team doesn't really care for either, like Mega Gyarados. You can deal with it because you have a bug type, but at the same time, like, you don't really want to switch into those heavy hitting moves. You're just gonna take so much damage. You gotta play really careful around both of those. So, apart from that, there's a few other things as well, which we'll talk about through some of these games. But we'll top in some matches with this team. I also updated my profile picture from the last time you guys probably seen, or the last video, so. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are a big fan of Emma, just like I am. Okay. Charizard, Zard, Garchomp, double Garchomp. Okay. Does Zard have Thunder Punch though? He's probably gonna swap on me. Or just completely dodge my moves. This thing has probably Thunderbolt. Yep, there it is. Get rid of that screen. Oh, he has flamethrower, never mind. I guess he doesn't want to actually go after the Xerneas with me. He wants to try to kill me. I thought we were going to go after the Xerneas together. This guy has speed drill. He actually lives as Psychic. That's crazy. I didn't think he was going to live that. Do they not want to kill the Xerneas? I don't know why they keep targeting me. Kill him with a damage boost. Can I kill this Garchomp? That'd be great. Double KO, huge. I needed that for sure. Yeah, God. What the fuck killed me? Oh, the Ampharos. I think that's another problem with this team, is like everybody just has electric coverage or like electric types that this team doesn't really have a good switch into. Zard. Killed him with a lunge, surprisingly. I died to Light Orb. I somehow lived to Fire Blast on like 1 health. This guy just got really lucky too, but like nobody would go after him. Nobody would fucking target him. He's the one that had the Exernius, but everybody felt the need to kill me every single time. I tried going after him, and then everybody would target me. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won. It's Flareon, Metagross, Sylveon. Okay. They must have just traded it with each other. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know how I died to that. Okay. I think you just get one-shot. How would he live? He lived. Dig. I'll swap him. Problem, like he has a Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch one-shots the Gyarados, and they all have Thunder Punch for some reason. I don't know why they all pack Thunder Punch. You think they would want Fire Punch or like other coverage? Just trade? Did he literally just trade with me? Is that what he did? I don't know what I got caught in the middle of, but I died instantly. You're meaning to tell me Mega Garchomp one-shots me with a Dragon Rush? I'm gonna call bullshit on that one, bud. I understand it has really high attack and everything, but come on now. Or just a game where like I just kept getting targeted again too. I got trapped in like the middle of like 5 people when they were fighting, and I got killed like twice. That really put me behind. Scissor, what? Diancie. I think he's AFK, y'all. This guy AFK? He lives that somehow. I don't know how he lives that. He left. He left. He was like, oh shit, I'm done. I left. He literally disconnected right after I targeted him. double KO. I need this defense boost bad. This is winnable now because that Japanese guy probably had Xerneas. Probably running like Dianthe Xerneas. Oh, this other guy has Xerneas. That ain't good. I die. I wish it would tell you what you get KO'd by too. It's just so stupid. Like you just die and you're wondering what happened. He dies as recoil. This guy has vanilla. I'll give him credit. That's cool. Plus Iron Head. How much that do? Almost hit. Third party by the fucking Gyarados. It's really funny. I don't move before him, but he's somehow able to move before me for some stupid reason. I don't know how I died to him there. That's so stupid. I died before them. I could have got a double KO there, but I don't know. They're just going at it. They're trying to tie for first. There's no way I win this one now. This one's unwinnable. I keep dying to bullshit. Half this shit, I don't even know how it's fucking... I'm dying to it. A really bad match for the fucking Delphox, though. The Delphox did literally nothing here. Really bad match for that, and this doesn't help that this other guy disconnected. Like at the very least, he had Dianthe, which is something I could kill. Two Metagrosses and a Dragonite, y'all. If I burn the Gyarados, I burned a Sludge. Sludge burn. And I paralyzed him. Team, I don't like this team. Does not like Tyranitar. This team hates Tyranitar. I have literally nothing for Tyranitar. I guess Scissor is like the best thing I have, but it still gets like 2 KO'd by a lot of stuff. swap though, that doesn't matter. He has Tyranitar and Greninja on the same team, uh-oh. Double, was he running like an entire team of dark types? I think that might be what he's running. One-shot Gyarados. Nice. Rick with a boost one-shots Tyranitar. It's pretty clutch. Barely miss on the KO. Barely miss. I need to find a different like a different time to play too, because I'm so sick of going against Japanese, sweaty, like no-life fucks on the ladder. Like all these people are literally like Japanese guys, or at least like 90% of them are. They're all Japanese players that just have Xerneas on their team. They just don't do anything apart from just sit and play on the ranked ladder all day. Like, they use some of the most, like, scummy, broken shit ever on, like, every one of their teams. Like, this is supposed to be a casual, competitive ranked mode, and, like, 90% of these matches I've had tonight, they're all teams that all of them either have Xerneas or Yveltal on them, or they have literally almost the exact same, like, identical teams. Apart from maybe one Pokemon between all of them. That's it. It's really sad what this game has really formed into over, like, the span of, like, a month and a half already. Blastoise, that's interesting. Paralyzed him. Stole that guy's tail. I better swallow. Close to lunge, how much that is. Not enough to get a KO. I'll give these guys credit. This guy's running an entire team of starters. That's really interesting. It's a really bad matchup for the Delphox, though. The Delphox does nothing here. They all have water types. I'm dead. I'm dead. Bad matchup for the Delphox again. Piece of shit, fuck you. Stole my damage, dude. Piece of shit. Like, they all go after me, too. Like, I'm literally getting fucking gangbanged by the Japanese players. They don't go after anybody else. They know I have a really bad matchup into all their teams, and they just keep fucking going after me too. That's what I hate about the Japanese players. I really do. Like, go after this other guy that has fucking 10 kills. Go after him. Why are you still going after me? Holy shit. Leave me the fuck alone. I have one fucking kill. Leave me the fuck alone. Holy shit. Couldn't do anything. They would just fucking keep non-stop going after me the entire game. Literally couldn't do anything. And then every time I had a chance to do something, I got sniped by a water move from across the map. Holy shit. I guess they don't want to win, though. That it's more of a priority to go against me and then try to kill me all game. Apart from going after and, like, double teaming the other fucking person that has almost 10 kills and trying to take him down. I guess it's more of a priority to kill me non-stop, though. Okay, I'll go after that. He ate that though. I don't kill him with an earthquake though, okay. I might want to put an offensive item onto this Gyarados, because I feel like it just misses out on so many KOs. Maybe I gotta throw like an extra belt or something on this thing. That one-shot Delphox is kind of impressive. Double KO with an iron hit. Shiny Alpha Heliolisk. How much you want to bet that has to be? I'm gonna call bullshit. I'm gonna say that's not legit. No way that's legit. I think I'm placed in second this game. I don't know how I win this though. I'm too far behind. I can't catch up. This team doesn't like the Yveltal either. Like it's not as common as Xerneas, but this team does not like Yveltal. Because, like, the main things I have for it, like get 2 KO'd by it. The Gyarados has Ice Fang, but Ice Fang doesn't really do that much damage. And, like, I guess Scissor's okay into it, but usually I still get 2 KO'd by, like, half the shit it does. And, like, the best thing I have for it is, like, Lunge, which still doesn't do that much damage. burned the Tyranitar on the way in. Another reason why to run Brick Break, though, it's 4 times effective on the Tyranitar, which is great. That is one good reason to run Brick Break. I'm at plus 1 and like it still does no damage. It like behind the Xerneas still takes no damage. Yeah, I got a double kill there though, that's huge. Means I can just completely eat that. A lot of the time though, like I kind of wish I had Reflect on this Delphox. It would probably help me into like a lot of the Metagross matchups and a few other things. I don't know how much it really matters though. So dumb. And it's so stupid. He could have died twice there already, and he just dodged a bunch of damage from the fucking Mega. That's so dumb. Huge kill. Somehow won that though. I got really lucky. Pretty solid game for the Delphox there. I was really rolling pretty good in the middle of that match. Like one of the very few games, especially when they had a Tyranitar, surprisingly, I actually did pretty good with the Delphox, so. It's kind of another reason why I have the Brick Break on the Scizor, because it is 4 times effective on the Tyranitar, which most of the time it does one-shot them, so. Unless they have like a screen or a defense boost. Not bad though. Fastball, that's pretty good. I'll do one more game, and then I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. It's another mod I'm so sick of. It wouldn't be as bad if they didn't give it so much coverage. Like, it shouldn't have every elemental punch, like even like Earthquake. I know it normally gets Earthquake, but it shouldn't get that. I got, what, how did I not take damage? He didn't take damage from the Iron Head, how? Did he get blocked by the tree? I don't know how he didn't take damage. Okay. Well, that's not fun. want some Gengar? Come on over, bud. I got a screen. You can't touch me. I can one-shot you back. Fuck out of here, buddy. Not bad. The damage boost, like if you can get a damage boost on this scissor, it does a lot of damage. I don't think I can swap anymore though. Props for the Mega Loki. I'll give him credit for that. Don't see much Mega Loki. Double KO. He lived. He lived that somehow. How'd he live? How did he live that? Holy fuck. I'm shocked he lived that. I don't know how the fuck he lived a heat wave from Fool. He tanked a heat wave from a Mega Delphox. That's crazy. I tied for first though. That's fine. Lure Ball, not bad. Let's talk a little bit more about this team to wrap up the video. Alright, as for this team, I think the other team I made recently around Mega Mawile is a little bit better than this team overall, and a lot more consistent, but I don't think this team's necessarily bad. It's one that's kind of a lot more like reliant on the type matchups and like the matchups you kind of have in the current game though. This team also does not like Yveltal as well, which we found out. This team does not like Yveltal, so if you guys are going against Yveltal with this team, it also does not really like Yveltal because you don't have the greatest stuff for that on this team either. I guess you have like Ice Fang and like some okay stuff on this team, but the Yveltal like two shots almost everything on this team, if not one shots it, so gotta be really careful for that if you're going against Yveltal in some of your matches if you do use this type of team. But I feel like another thing that kind of holds the Delphox back a little bit is also this really tight matchup reliant too, because there's some games where like it's incredibly good, but then as you guys seen, like there's some games where like it literally doesn't do anything, and like you're really reliant on the Gyarados and the Scizor to kind of hold the team together and kind of carry the game for you. And like having a Mega that's really like 50-50 depending on like a lot of the stuff being played in the current match isn't really the greatest, but when it has a good matchup, it does pop off. So, and that's kind of the only thing that kind of really holds it back, along with like the other like thing where it like has kind of a slow attack animation. It takes quite a while to dish out your moves, and similar to a lot of the other Pokemon that also have the same problem, you do get kind of killed during that sometimes when you're trying to like wind up for a move, whether it's Heat Wave or like Psychic, and the long cast time on those moves kind of is a little bit of a detriment sometimes, but if you can play around it and kind of account for that, it isn't as bad. So I think maybe the only thing I'd maybe change on this thing would maybe be Light Screen and swapping that for Reflect, but I'm just going to keep it the way it is. If you guys do decide to use this team, maybe that'd be one thing you'd maybe change, maybe throw Reflect on there instead of Light Screen, but there are some matches where, like, you guys seen that last game too, like I had a Light Screen up, and like I was able to tank a Shadow Ball from a Gengar, and then like one-shot it back because of the Light Screen, so there are some times where like there are specific things like that, especially with like Chandelure is another one that usually likes to do that type of thing, where like a Light Screen will come in clutch, and you'll be able to tank a move and like one-shot back most of the time, so not bad. I think another thing that with this team is it kind of doesn't really have much for like electric coverage, which is kind of another thing it kind of struggles with. I think this team would really benefit from like a ground type, maybe even like what was it, like Galarian Sunfisk wouldn't be too bad on this team, because that's it's a steel ground type, which could be a little bit better than the Scizor, but then you're sacrificing a lot of damage, which I don't know if it's really the play, just to have that extra ground typing a lot of the time. You're also adding another water weakness to this team, which I don't know if it's the greatest. It already kind of struggles with some of the water types being used, so I don't know. Kind of have to be really careful what you play into, because a lot of stuff packs like either Thunder Punch or like Thunderbolt, mainly like Xerneas, Metagross, and there's a few other things that pack like electric type coverage just to kind of cover for Gyarados or a lot of the water types being used, so kind of have to account for that with this team too. So not really the best team ever, but I wouldn't say this team's bad. Just kind of more of a team that kind of really relies on having a good matchup. If you have like a really bad matchup, or like especially if they just keep on targeting like the entire game, and like they know you have a bad matchup and they just keep fucking going after the entire game, like you can't really do anything. It was kind of a problem in a few of the games I had as well, which you guys probably seen. So you guys want to build this similar team to this, I think overall Mega Delphox, really cool Mega, especially the shiny variant of this thing. I really do like it. Whether what they give this thing a really good ability, I don't know, but it has the stats in Mega form to be incredibly good. I think it's like 134 speed and a really solid special attack stat and a really great move pool, so hopefully we see what this thing gets going into Pokemon Champions or Generation 10 when the abilities are back in the game. It's going to be one of those Pokemon that I'm really interested in using once we do go back to the normal style of play. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Got a bunch more stuff on the way you guys not want to miss. Peace out, everybody.